Jillian is just, she's an inspiration to everybody that she's around. She was given a nickname by one of her softball coaches. He called her Smiles because she was just constantly smiling.
Smiling when I struck out, smiling when I got to first base. I don't know, it's just kind of how I am.
She was a phenomenal athlete, somewhat of a math genius in her early years. A lot of that kind of changed when epilepsy entered our life.
It was like right before my 11th birthday, I had my first seizure.
She had just finished playing soccer. They had handed out ribbons for all the girls to wear, and I was walking with her off of the field, talking about the game, and I saw the ribbon fall to the ground, and I went to pick it up, and when I looked back at Jillian, she was just her eyes had widened, and she was kind of staring off into space. One of the other mothers from the team, she was familiar with people that had epilepsy, and she thought that it may have been an absence seizure.
All my seizures were different, but sometimes when I was having a seizure, I was aware of everything happening around me, but I couldn't control what I was saying. I could try to talk, but it wouldn't make sense, and I couldn't really move or anything.
As a parent, it's extremely difficult to not know the answers and to be scared right there along with the person that you're supposed to be comforting and that you're supposed to be protecting. It's difficult when you can't do that.
So after 3 years of trying a bunch of different medicines, I ended up getting 2 surgeries. One of them found which part of my brain the seizures were coming from, and then the second one actually removed a small part of my brain where they were coming from. And surprisingly, the surgeries actually worked, and I haven't had a seizure in, I think it's been about 3 years. Everyone thinks there's only one kind of seizure and everything. And I feel people think it's a lot easier to control than it really is because it's so different for everyone. But I feel the stuff through the Epilepsy Association helped me explain it better to people because it's kind of a lot to explain.
The Epilepsy Association had the winter walk that we were introduced to the first year of her epilepsy journey, and it was just an amazing event for her. She felt like nobody seemed to understand what she was going through. And when we went to the winter walk, just watching the effect that it had on her was amazing.
It was honestly great just to meet other people who are in a similar time and situation in their life as me and going through similar battles and everything. And it was also great to see the support of my family and friends there and everything. And I just felt a sense of belonging. And I'm really just honored to receive this award, and I just want to thank all the nurses and doctors that I've seen because they've honestly became my second family.
So Jillian, we're just so proud of you, and you're an inspiration to everybody around you, and I think I've said it before, but the way that you handled all of this and persevered, you're my hero.